Hi, I'm Curtis Hicks with Uneeda. Thank you so much for shopping at our e-commerce site, and it's my pleasure to give you a little more information about our 1-inch sponge, often referred to as a sanding block. The 1-inch sponge is coated with aluminum oxide grain. It's coated on the top, the bottom, and both sides. So it gives you a lot of options as far as which way you angle the sponge and turn it. The one unique characteristic about this sponge that is very desirable by a lot of people using them is the fact that although it is very flexible, and you can see it's got a lot of flex to it, it will fit right into any type of profile for the most part, very flexible. But even though it's very flexible, the type of foam used for this particular product, the 1-inch sponge, is still very dense. So it's still aggressive compared to the other types of sponges out there. There's only 3 kinds typically. You have 1-inch, you have 1/2 inch, and 5 millimeter. Of all 3 densities, the 1-inch is the most aggressive. That's why it's often desirable for a lot of applications. It's very good for cabinet doors to break edges. If you don't take a cabinet door and sand the outside edges to break that sharp edge, then it won't take stain well. It's good for in between coats of finish on very flat shaker doors. A lot of people prefer this because it's a little quicker, a more aggressive cut. So they'll use the fine on the primer coats on painted doors, and they'll use the super fine in between coats on stained doors, on the seal coats. It's very good in automotive as it'll follow the outline of a car. So if you're trying to scuff for the next coat of paint, it's good for that. The sponge is fully washable, so you can wash it off, blow it off. If you're using it on drywall, you can take it and run it under the sink, take a little soft bristle brush, clean it back out, and you'll get good longevity out of it. So that's the 1-inch sponge, better known as a sanding block from Uneeda.